walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello dudes and dudettes, and welcome to another episode of Dad's Drafts. Now let's get right into this draft and see what we can get. If you like what I do, feel free to click some of those buttons, it really helps out. And if you have any feedback for me, also please do let me know. Now we are going to draft Tarkir Dragonstorm, not only because it's the only set, but also I think it's one of the best sets that they've made in the last few years. I really liked Modern Horizons 3 and Duskmorn as well. And I think that's about it. So it's great to have this as a breath of fresh air. Now I have cramps everywhere, so I hope I will not bore you with it. I've cycled to work today. So I've cycled about 85 kilometers and my legs are very sore. Anyway, let's see what we get here. There's a siege, which I think is one of the better sieges. I like the Sniper, Kinguard and the Spelling Exile are all pretty good. But I think I would go for the Surrak. I don't think green is the best color, but it's also not the worst. And I think the good thing about this is the stats on it. That it's legendary doesn't really matter, but the fact that it cannot be countered, and if it gets targeted or something else you get a card, it's actually pretty much just a free card to play in your deck, which makes it very good. So I'm going to take that. Let's see who we're with. Okay. Alright, well, we are already in green. There's this Prowler, which I love. And I will probably take it, simply because a 4-mana 5/5 is already pretty strong. It's in our colors, it's very good. And if you actually mill this, it's also pretty strong, because you can exile this card from graveyard, put it something on a target creature, or exit the number of land cards in your graveyard. Now if you have some self-mill, this thing mills of course, but there's many ways to self-mill in blue and green. So you can often just do this for like 3 or 4x, which is very good for 2 mana. So I'll just take it here. Wouldn't mind the Essence Anchor. If it comes around, it would be a clear sign for me that at least the graveyard stuff is open. And I like the Champion as well. But I think that's about it. Wow, very late. Piercing Exile. There's also a Whale of War, which is pretty good, but I want to stay in one color for as long as it's possible. So I'm going to take this Exile simply to cut off green. And make it so that... hopefully in the second pack we'll get rewarded. Excuse me. Oh man. If I'm not completely focused or even less focused than normal, please do forgive me. I am extremely tired, but not like... There's different kinds of tired. You can be tired as in I want to go to bed, or you can be tired because you're worn out. And I think the latter is the case at this moment. So I've got my leg on this heat blanket, which is my wife's, because I had one muscle in my leg which was cramping like crazy, and now it actually seems, to go a little bit better. But I do expect to be woken up by cramps tonight as well. Sagu Pummeler, pretty decent. There's this Sculptor, which is pretty much a sign card for at least something with graveyard stuff. We do have one self-mill already. I'm going to slam the Sculptor. Even if we end up in like green-black, splashing the blue, I think this is pretty good. And it seems like we are on a path here. Now of course with these colors I would love to get a Skimmer, but I don't expect one to see this late. Stillness in Motion. Yeah, this is a very strange card. I know that LSV said that you can do some strange stuff with this, but it does work with the self-mill of course, but it's very aggressive self-mill. There's no way to stop this unless you can exile this enchantment or something. I'm going to take the Resolve. I know I could take the Harmonize for the routine for the Harmonize, but I think we do need some removal, and this one is actually pretty decent, so I'll take it. There's also some cards in blue-green which cannot be blocked. There's, for instance, the Codus Fangkeeper dude. There's the Ice Climber. And if you have a pump spell together with those, it's actually pretty decent. So what are we looking for? Some more self-mill and some stuff to do from the graveyard. And maybe some stuff that rewards us for doing stuff from the graveyard. My goodness. This is an amazing siege. There's also a piercing exile. But a 6th pick Hollow Merc Siege is just crazy. Okay, well. And the good thing about this, you don't have to go into counters to make this worthwhile. If you can put a counter on every creature at the end of your turn, it's crazy. Oh no, this is the one where it attacks. It's still pretty good. I'll go for the black-green and maybe we'll end up in black-green splashing blue. Could take the negotiations, but I'm just going to take the Jungle Hollow. I think this card is something that we need if we want to go into 3 colors. Or even if we're just black-green, it's already... black-green is already good to make sure that our mana is a bit more trustworthy. Not sure if we're going to play the Sculptor. It kind of depends on what we get in pack 2. We could go into the counters theme. Oh my goodness. Very late Sage. It seems like Temur is also open. This is an amazing card. I can't believe it went all the way around. Okay, so it seems like we are going to do something with counters. This also does something with counters, counters. And there's more stuff which does something with when it leaves the graveyard, put a counter. So if we are going into blue, I want to try to keep it as a splash so that we can at least play some playables in the first few turns. Well, there's the Anchor, which is a clear sign that at least stuff with leaving the graveyard is good enough. I'm not sure I'm going to play it. Depends on the fixing. But so far I like what we have. We have some pretty strong rares, and this uncommon is just crazy. If you can put it on this one, for instance, and some more counters, it's just crazy. You can attack with a big trample dude. And of course, black-green does have some stuff with when you get counters, you know, get more counters or something like that. Let's see if we can find some of the Wayfarer as well. I think that would be very good in this deck. Okay, well, don't really care about this Grandma. Okay, pack number 2. Don't really care about the rare, of course. Don't care about the Dragonstorm. I think it can be pretty good if you play enough dragons, because it's very cheap to replay. Might go for the Exile, but as I said, I prefer if we play the Siege to keep blue to a minimum. I don't know if we will play the Siege. I think we'll see the Pummeler later. Nothing else really in this pack excites me. We could take this Sentinel at some point. It's a cheap way to make stuff leave the graveyard, which is very good with the Anchor, of course. I'll take the counterspell. Okay, I do like this Mage. Maybe we'll end up in Temur eventually. It did seem very open. I'm going to take this Mage. We already have some instant sources which are worth flashbacking, to say. But Devotee is also pretty strong, but I'm just going to take the Songcrafter Mage. Alright, wow. Second Shrinekeeper. I'm going to go for this Dragon. It's amazing what it does. Can really slow down the opponent if you tap something in his turn. And if you cannot, then just, you know, use this to cycle. It's very good. Wouldn't mind the Falls or the Pummeler, but we'll see where it goes. Sage, pretty strong. I'll take it over the Pummeler. I think the effect of this is very, very good. Wow. Look at all the Jeskai stuff. Yeah, I don't really care about anything. Tawny back. I think I need 2 drops more. And even though it only fixes for 2 of the colors, I don't think this is bad to play. Wow. Also a very late pack beast, but I'm taking this dragon. Okay, so we're going to, it seems, end up in some kind of control deck. I'm not sure if we can play the anchor, simply because at this moment we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to enable it. Surveil 1 can be pretty good, of course. Okay, I'll take a Spectral Denial. I'm not sure how good it is, but I think it's pretty decent since we have some big dudes which make it cheaper. I would like a Snakeskin Veil or 2, simply because I hope we can keep this alive, use the Sage to put a lot of counters on it and just jam. So I'll take any good 2-drop or more Sages. Top end is looking okay. I'll take this for fixing. Don't really care about the Rejuvenator that much. I don't think we need the ramp. I think we need the fixing more. Wouldn't mind a Tawny back as well. I mean, being able to get rid of the renew cards into the graveyard is pretty good. And we want to fill the graveyard with the for the Sculptor anyway. Yep. More fixing. Don't care about the Jadecast Sentinel yet. I don't think we have enough, what is it called, reward stuff. I mean, we can renew, but we've got no skimmers yet. And we probably won't. And we don't have any other, except for the anchor, that cares about the graveyard stuff. I don't think I will play the anchor. I think just a 3-drop creature at this point is better, because we don't have a lot of self-mill, so we won't be renewing that much. Okay. I'll take the Serpent. It's not the best card, but it's worth playing. I don't expect anything. Maybe the Tawny back that we passed might come around, but I'm not too sure. My poor legs. Oh, I'll take the Agent. I mean, it's not the best effect, but it's one of those cards where if you mill it, you're just happy. Oops. No. I don't want to leave the draft table. Could play it, but it's not amazing. Alright, last pack. Stormbrood is exactly what we want, I think. We do have some dragons that we want to play with with Flash. So I'm going to take the Stormbrood, putting 3 counters on the Elusive Hunter, then using the Sage is going to be pretty fun. Oh, loving this as a top end. I know there's also this Wildling. I don't think it will come around, but I think this Guardian is just too good. Not going to pick the Hellkite because I want to keep red to a minimum. Now our top end looks pretty good. Now we just need a 3-drop stuff, maybe a 4-drop. Mostly 3 and 4, by the way. Do we have any 2-drops we want to replace? I would like some of the... I would like a Snakeskin Veil and the Wayfarers, but we've seen none. And I think this is also very good with the 5 mana spell, draw 2 cards. Now there's a Snakeskin Veil, but there's also these two. I think the Dragonstorm is better, but I'm going to miss this Snakeskin Veil. I would really like one. Now I think we're good on 2 drops. Let's just find some more in the 3 and 4 mana slots. Oh, there's a Snakeskin Veil. I'm going to take it over the Procession and the Focused Mind. I hope one of these two comes around, but I think we absolutely need the Snakeskin Veil here. Fangkeeper's Familiar is okay. We do have a tapped land, but well, could we? No, I'm not going to risk it. I don't think it's worth going into 4 colors for that. Devotee is okay. Rite of Renewal on a Wayfarer and a Snakeskin Veil. I think we're going to need the Rite of Renewal here. And now we just need a 3-drop Arcurus. Would be lovely to see some of the Temur Tawny backs, like 2 of them. And then I think our deck is pretty decent. We've got a bit of everything. Maybe we could have taken the... What is it, the card that does stuff? There's a Tawny back. I'll take it over the Exile. I think we need 3 drops. Maybe with the Devotee I could have taken the 2-drop... What is it? The 2-drop thing, which is pretty good if you're in those colors, but I want to avoid going into 4 colors as much as possible. Is Effortless Master any good in our deck? Could also take the Sentinel. I'm just going to speculate on the Effortless Master. It is a good card if you can get it popped. Nest card is okay. I think this is going to be the deck. Don't care about self-mill. I will play fewer cards, fewer lands, simply because we've got 2 of these. We've got a Dragonstorm to also help us to get to the mana. Jeskai was very open. Could have had like 3 Shrine Keepers, that would be crazy. Yep, I expect this is going to be it. I think we've got a bit of everything. It wasn't too bad that at some point when we got some good cards to pick, there were like 3 or something in the same pack, and of course you can only pick 1. Let's see, red at turn 3, we've got 8, I'll just drop 1 blue. I mean 7 of the main colors I think is enough. And we don't have any double blue, so... Alright, let's see how it goes. Temur control. I do enjoy playing blue. Yeah, this is fine. Many ways, as I said before, to find the land that we might be short on, but it kind of depends on how aggressive my opponent's going to be. If I'm going to play the Agent or the Leopard, yeah, I'll just play the Leopard. I think the Agent is good enough to discard with the Dragonstorm. And I will probably just Dragonstorm here. Okay. That's not that amazing at the moment. Well, we could do some tapping and stuff. Yeah, I'll play this. Next turn we can just do the Island Dragon. Or maybe first the Dragonstorm to find the land. Okay, well this is just excellent. So we could make this into a 5/5 vigilance, which I think is pretty strong. It might be good enough, actually. But I need to hit my land drops, so... Probably ditch the agent, I think. Oh, no land. Oh, this is very, very bad. Yeah, this is terrible. Those chances are so slim. He forgot his Evolving Wilds. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now he could have a counter spell. So since he could, let's see, we've got no instant or sorcery in the graveyard. I'm just going to try and do this. I think it will be a decent attacker. And he cannot counter this. Maybe he can bounce it or whatever, and that's fine. If he takes 4, then this is just good pressure. We can continue the pressure now. I mean, we can bounce something with this. We can tap something. We can stun something. We've got all the goodies. If he plays nothing, maybe I'll just flash in the Stormbrood. But I hope he taps out to play something. Okay, wow. Well. Okay, so that's good. So we could bounce that. I'm not sure how good it is. Could also use a Stormcrafter Mage on the Resolve at some point. Let's attack first. I mean, if he jumps, that's also fine. Yeah, let's just go Stormbrood, flash in. But I assume there are some big dragons coming up, which is why I'm going to go keep this Resolve and the Stormcrafter Mage up, so that we can double spell. Okay. Being able to cast dragons with flash is just very, very good. If we have this one. Now let's see if he will counter this. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Snakeskin Veil is very nice. Okay, that's not too bad. Now we'll just attack with both. Keep up the Resolve and the Snakeskin Veil for any combat shenanigans. And if nothing happens during combat, I will just go Dragonstorm, hoping to find the last land that we have. And if he tries to kill something, I will Snakeskin Veil it. I think at this point we just need to put some pressure. Okay. It's all looking good. Now, unless he has some kind of board wipe, that would be terrible. And we've got some stuff that we can return with the Right of Renewal. Five damage. He should have played it as a dragon, I think. I mean, he would have gained some sick life. Okay. Sure. Now, do we have lethal? We only have 2 green, unfortunately. So we can only deal 7 to him. We have to keep up the Snakeskin Veil for the Stormbrood. So I think we'll just play the Sculptor. No, I think there's no need to. This is until end of turn. Yeah. And now he's probably just going to pop the relic. And we can bounce it with the serpents. And we can use the Snakeskin Veil on whatever he tries to shoot, probably the Stormbrood, because it's lethal. So it is all looking pretty good here. Yeah, I think we win. He gains no life. We get rid of those, I guess. And he's still dead anyway, so we'll just tap it and we'll attack with both. Okay. Good game. Now I wonder how much trouble or how many problems he got from forgetting to sacrifice the Evolving Wilds. I mean, in game at least you get some kind of pause before end turn. You see it light up and you think, oh my goodness, I have to do it. But in real life, been there, done that. About 2 months ago I actually forgot that I had some exiled cards which I could play until the end of my next turn. I just exiled them, they were there, I forgot about them. Yep, keeping it. We are on the play, which is good. I'll keep up the exile, or the denial, I mean, I think. Okay. Let's just... I don't think it will trigger just yet, so I'll just play the Surrak. And then next turn we can go Exile and Spectral Denial. And I don't think he will play something that's big enough to... I guess he's going to do a Dragon's Prey on the Surrak, which would be unfortunate, but we would draw a card, so it's okay. Okay, so this is actually very good for us. We'll keep up the Denial. I think we have to kill the Skimmer here. Maybe the Disciple, I'm not even sure. Do we care about Jumpers or him drawing cards in the future? I think I care more about him drawing cards. Yeah, I'll keep both. I think that's pretty good. If he double spells next turn, we can bounce whatever token he gets. And we can do access too, so we can just pretty much counter anything. Oh, seems like we cannot counter everything. Let's draw a card. We can counter the Wildling, which is probably the best play here. We cannot counter the Wildling because we've got no crap. That is very unfortunate. Yeah, we don't have a 4 power creature anymore. So we could only make him pay 1. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I think it's best to just bounce the Disciple, to be honest. And we'll use the Dragonstorm simply to get ourselves a red source. And at this point, because he's somewhat behind on lands, I think bouncing anything that costs him mana is good. Oh, that would have been good to bounce as well. Yeah, that's the downside of Spectral Denial. I mean, now we can counter this, which I think is good enough. So that at least he won't get his Wildling later on. But he's building out quite a board while we are slacking. Okay. Tanya back is okay. 2 permanent cards. We cannot play it, so that's... We have to block here, unfortunately. Maybe I should have kept the Serpent behind to block the Elephant, Right of Renewal it, and then later on bounce his Elephant. Wow. Yep. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. And us not getting our red source is very painful here. Which is why the Wildling is pretty good. I don't think we can get back from this. Nope. We're just drawing lands. And it doesn't matter because we're dead anyway. Yep. That happens. One and one. Let's keep going. Yeah, we've got all the colors. Again, a big dragon, which will take a while, but we've got some stuff to do. And the opponent's going to be very aggressive. Unfortunately. I think this effigy is actually pretty good. I mean, even if you don't attack with it, just a 1 mana guaranteed flurry something every turn is just crazy. Okay. I guess I will block if he attacks. It will be a pain in the ass later on. Now he's probably going to get the Stalwart if he has it. Sure. Maybe I should have attacked first. Maybe he would have taken it, I'm not sure. He's got an interesting mix of cards. Oh, mine as well. Oh yeah, of course, I've got the Assassin's Creed ones. I really like the looks of these cards. Okay, seems like he might be stuck on lands. Okay. Nothing to a right of renewal just yet. We've got to do something with our mana. Okay, Mardu it is. Apparently not Jeskai. If I had another green, maybe I would have attacked with the Nest card. Because then we could keep up the Snakeskin Veil. Seems like the Nest card's dead, yep. Okay, opponent goes in for 1 damage. Well, we can deal 2 to him, so this is interesting. Okay, it's fine. We've got the right of renewal, so. Already 2 things that we could potentially get back, but of course I would prefer to get this one back later on. Haven't drawn any of the other rares that we have. That is okay. If only this Sage could die, and then we can put the counter on the... Oh my goodness. Okay, at least we... Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need the Guardian against the stupid Elspeth. This is a great combination. He's got the good stuff. I mean, what can I say? We're missing the trample. And that is also not enough, I fear. I don't think it's enough, but we've got to at least try and kill it. And he's going to deal a lot of damage to us now. Man, this thing with the mobilize stuff. I think we're already dead here. Yeah. Yep. Well, what do you do? I think that's the card that wins the most games. And it won again. The deck is a bit slow, so you see that whenever we are up against a fast boy, we don't do so well. Slam keep. I'm not sure how good this denial is, by the way. And I want to change my sleeves. I'm not sure why I've got these on. Maybe I clicked like equip or something. Okay, well, at least our opponent's also playing a slow hand, which is good. And now we can pretty much just start at least attacking a bit. Wow. Dealing 6 to the opponent already. Now I'm going to keep up the denial. Just counter anything that he plays. And otherwise I'm cycling this. I'm not. I'm just going to keep attacking. Maybe he has the 5 mana red one. Oh shoot. I was not paying attention there. Why am I so stupid? Did that just lose me the game? It might have. Oh. Yeah, I think this is just being too tired. I thought I could do something when it entered the battlefield, when he targets it then, but of course I cannot. So I should have counted it straight away. Yep. And we're missing another blue source, unfortunately. Wow. Opponent's going down to 4. And unless he kills all of my stuff, we can just try and tap something. Or counter something if he taps out. We've got one creature with 4 power, so... Again, this Guardian without the green source, the red source. Okay, now there's the red source. We could force him to block, which might be the best thing. Or we could just play this Guardian. I think we play the Guardian first. It has hexproof, and then next turn we can tap and attack with everything. But man, that was stupid. You know, maybe playing Arena at the moment is not the best thing to do. Okay, well, we win. We tap his Stormbrood and we attack for lethal. Okay, good game. Well, even though I made a costly mistake, we did still win. The opponent playing all the ramp stuff without any creatures on the board really helped us. We could deal like 12 damage in the first few turns. Okay. Again, a bit of a slow hand, so let's just hope the opponent doesn't go aggressive. And chances are that we will draw a 2-drop at some point. But this is an excellent 3-drop to play. No one really wants to kill it. Okay. Don't expect him to play a flyer on turn 3. If he does, I'll be sad. Because then I should have played the untapped land. Okay. So we'll just go Sage. I think it would be excellent to have the Sage die and then put the counter on the Hunter at some point. And I think I would block either of these with the Sage. Now let's just prevent damage. I don't care about 1 damage. Okay. That is annoying. Sculptor is not any good yet. Do we just jump the hero after? No, I think we block it with the elusive hunter, simply because we can get it back at some point. What are you going to do? Wow. Guess I'll play the Sage as a blocker. I'll just tap that. If he wants to attack with the Devotee, I'll trade. I'm fine with it. Okay, well there's something for our resolve. But this will hurt. We have to take it. Now how are we going to get rid of the Devotee at some point? It feels bad to put just 2 counters on this. But I think we have to. Opponents at 1 card, we have more action. If he has a removal spell, I think we're pretty dead here. Or if he has that. Man, look at this. Look at the curves. I mean, well, you know, I think we're dead. Yeah, Spectral Denial, just not a very good card. Well, I mean, 2 and 3. It also wasn't the best deck, I must say, and I was not in my sharpest. So we lost more than we won, but that's part of the game. You cannot always expect to win more than you lose. Thank you for watching. I hope you like what I did, and if you did, feel free to click some of the buttons, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.